Hi, how are you guys? So I've actually gone into a camp, and trust me, I don't have internet. As you guys can see in my screen here, I really don't have internet. There's some guy here who has like some hotspot which is like so weak, so I can't like really use it. I also doesn't have power, so I'm just trying to. Luckily enough, my machine is like has some good power, so 97% that can push me for the next 6 hours. And I'm like, hey, what about we do the next tutorial of this? So this is what I'm gonna do next. The previous tutorial, I managed to write some few methods for my application that would save and get, especially this one for the post. How about I do the one for getting one, etc, etc, etc. So that's what I want to do. Please join me as I do this. Please note that if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, you're gonna miss a lot. So please subscribe down in the link there and push that button or click that button for the notification button so that at least you'll be able to get most of this. This is why I love doing this. Like, instead of doing something else, I'm here doing this. Please subscribe, okay? And I'll go dark mode, like the skin of my color. Nice. Welcome guys. So in the previous tutorial I managed to do some few methods, the get and post method that I was actually using to check, to post this. And in this tutorial what I'll be doing is just to do some few other more methods. Probably I can actually try to do one, so let me do one more method. So I can actually try to do get single post. So I want to do this. I'll pass in the self attribute here. Then after I've done this, I'll definitely be going the other side to finish to try to connect the views and everything now together. I hope that will be like super easy now, and you guys will now see how the two interrelates with each other. So it's gonna be this simple. I'm gonna call the connection is equals to initdb. Okay, pretty much simple. And actually, apologies guys, I realized in my previous tutorial my machine was like super hanging. I have a lot of application installed, so when I overload it, it becomes super boring to use. So that's what was causing a lot of it. And yeah, I want to use the same thing. Check if it exists. But anyway, so because I'm actually in this case I'm like checking for a specific ID, I'll be like passing in specific ID. Okay, so I need this post ID. So I'm getting a single post. Okay, so nice. So I just wanna copy some of this. Just wanna copy some of this. Check if it exists. Post is the table name. I think I need this as the post ID. So the column is called post ID, and here I'm also just passing the post ID. It's like this is a post ID which is the variable, but this is like a post ID which is the column, and this is the post which is name. So so if this is false, I want to say no post found. So I can actually say no post found or something else, but I need to catch this error again on my view. So I can actually say simple 4 4, but because personally I'm the one who knows what I mean by 404, but it's actually an error status code, which I'll definitely go and catch the other side and submit the same status code again. So I'll just say, but anyway, if it's true, I'll come and do query. So I think if it's true, I can actually just come and paste this. It's like nothing very much hard, because I'm just like getting this, but I'm like selecting this from post. Is it like something pretty much hard, where post id is equals to id. Okay, so it's like where post id is equals to the id which I have here, the id for the post. So trust me, it's not like format, it's not like something which it's gonna need to scare you out. So just select all of this where post id, but in this case like 1, so I'm just fetching the first one for like this specific post. I do that. This might be, so this might, we can actually leave this one this way. Okay, it's like saying there's some error. Oh geez, what's up? It's saying I have some error though, I don't know why. So select title, description. I don't think I actually need a post ID now, because I've already like really selected this, so meaning I don't honestly need a post ID. And here too, I don't need like a post ID, so I just need the description. I will create it and yeah. But it's still like saying I have an error. So I don't know like exactly where the error is coming from, but maybe I'll have to figure out a best way of troubleshooting this error. So I'll have to troubleshoot this error later on and figure out what goes where. Okay. In some cases you might just find like there are a lot of things here, so I can actually come and say something like this. Then I'll do \. So that it tries to make some perfect sense. But you see, like when I actually do this, so this won't make any sense. So I might probably need that thingy. Then I just write the post ID here. So I just write post ID. I'm not like 100% sure whether this is right. I was honestly sure with the other one, but not like this one. So I am. This is like one of those codes I need to have to go back and check. Checking is not like really wrong. I'm just saying it's like one of those codes I need to go back and check. Okay, so for now, allow me to leave this way. I'll definitely have to go back to it, especially when I try to run this code to figure out how this works. I can actually change the dynamics as well, so it's not like something huge, but we are actually losing some big thing. So it's not like we're not going to do it, but it's some sort of syntax error, or it's saying inconsistent use of tabs. Okay, so if we realize, so I think by saving it I should actually have that sorted. Oh nice, as you can see. Oh nice. Okay, so the error I actually have here is indentation error, and it's already lost. So by just saving, so I already have so I have this pilint integrated in my PostModel, so it's like totally very easy to do some of these things. Like I said, I'm recording this video in so you guys might not be able to see how I look today, but it's like the same day. I'm just from work and I decided to go out with some guys. Yeah. I think that's all. Like we can actually leave this, or we can probably do away with it in some way, and just have the data, because like I know like this data one, this data two, or data two, I might like honestly need this, or I might actually leave it. So for example, you guys have seen how this one works, because I don't need a for loop here. So I might probably have something like this. Okay. So I might actually have something like this. It's gonna be a data. So the first thing I'm actually selecting here is title. So that will be tag 0. The second thing I'm actually selecting here is so the second thing I'm actually selecting there is a description. So this will take 1. Okay. Oh, I think I've just noticed that I did some errors here. So it's created by. So created by is taken care of, but created on is not taken care of. Oh yes, and this is like super one of those good things that when you keep on going back into your code, you'll definitely notice, so that you don't run into bugs. And you see, this one I didn't like really notice in my previous video. So in case you have my previous video, you can actually go ahead and change this. In case you are like possibly watched it. So I actually realized like I'd forgotten about this totally. But you see, this is not like one of those things that should actually go ahead and worry you. Like I'll have to convert this into a string for it to work. So this is not an integer anymore. Yeah, so I'm just putting it to a string, then I'm actually putting it this way. So however, this is not like a this data one for the description, because like so created by becomes 2. Three. Yeah, and the last one. So this one like now works perfectly well. And now I have most of the things that I actually need. So I can actually spend some good time in my endpoints to see how I'm definitely going to maneuver around with them. So I have get single post and this for getting this. So I've just added this, so it's not like something big, and I'll explain creating a calling the connection, creating a cursor, and in this case I'm just checking everything. So if it gets anything, I'll be like, if it doesn't get anything, that's why I'm like putting here if it's false. Remember, this is like what we have in our base model. So it checks for this specific item. If it's true, it means that it has something. If it's false, it's like, yeah. So it's like that simple. So I can actually go. One of the things that I didn't like personally do here was to create a models folder. So everything will just be bare here. The best thing that I would definitely recommend is to create a models folder for all your base models. I mean, for all your models files. But for now, in this case, like, you guys can excuse me. That's something you guys can actually go ahead and do on your own, okay, in your code. The fact that you understand how it works. So I'm gonna create a new file and I'll call this post dot postfuse dot py. So postfuse dot py. I'm gonna come back here and copy everything here, okay. I'm just gonna come back here and copy everything here, and like I said, so when I come here, post views, it's gonna paste everything, and it's like going to be that simple. But in this case, I'm going to get rid of the specific things. I honestly doesn't need this, so I honestly doesn't need the list and everything. My post is definitely going to change, so I'll be like working with only what I need. I don't need date time anymore because the database will automatically generate that for me. So daytime I don't need like this anymore. So there are like just a few things I'm gonna change here, and so let me just import. So from post model import which what am I importing? This is the post model. I want to import this post model. So it's pretty much gonna be easy. I'm supposed to go to my post views. So from post model, import that. I don't know whether like sometimes the relative imports works that way, like, depending on some environment variables. But this I'll be calling this, and it's like pretty much gonna be easy. That's all. So I can actually come here, retrieving all blogs, and say res is equals to post model dot get so post views. So if I get here, so I can actually call get posts. Just call that, then listen for the response. However, sometimes I'll probably have to take care of this response, because if I actually subject this and like just to listen to the response, it like depends what I'm actually looking for, because for the response here, the response can be two things. If I'm like really getting the post, I can be getting an empty thing. Okay, so I can be like getting something empty. So if I come here, I'll be like, after calling that, I'll be like if no resp if no res, so if not res, sorry, I would probably want to return something, so something like this. Message awk. So it's not like everything is, yes, it's like a 200, but I want to return here database is empty, something like that. Else I want to return something else. Else, so I would probably want to return something else. So message, okay, and blogs. So I don't want to use blogs, so I want to use post to be the response. Okay, so I want to use response. So that's it. It's not like I have anything yet already, since I just that it, especially for the get. So I'm like totally done here. I need to come back here and do some few stuff. So if I'm posting this, I wouldn't be generating my own ID, so I'll just be posting. So this person that I'm currently like not doing, like I said, we'll have to refactor this code like several times. The reason why I'm like we have to refactor this code like several times, because right now we are not like doing authentication yet, so we're not yet doing user authentication. So those are like some of those things we might really want to refactor a lot of the times. So created by, and we're not like really doing any validations yet here. I just want you guys to understand this is something to us, yes, but it's like so created by I think it's like super important to know that we no longer need this. So here I'll be like, how can I call it? I'm gonna have to post this video so that I add the extension time, so it's almost like really adding. So post, yeah. So it's like going to do this again. So it's not like really pretty much big thing to do, but just looking at things very differently. So if I want to send this, I'd be like response is equals to so let me just say request. So this is like complete request is equals to PostModel, and you see like PostModel required some few stuff. So it's not like it didn't like really require some new stuff, and yeah, you guys like really have to learn something like this new. Why am I like, it means like you're expecting a lot of parameters, so I just putting this an unknown number of parameters, and the fact that I've actually introduced this, there's something that I didn't like really catch in my user models that has now like really prompted me to catch this. So I'll just say name is equals to the name. So you should actually look for what comes in with an attribute of name. Yeah, something like that. Should actually look at something that comes with an attribute of name. So something like that. Email, also look for the same thing, which comes with an attribute of email. Not like something is changing. Password. Yeah, username. It's not like something so much complicated. You guys can now see me. Yeah, it's a bit like, it's not like something quite much complicated. Meanwhile, I'm trying to synthesize most of these things so that at least you guys understand. So it should actually look for what comes in with an attribute of that, then save it. So I'll call this into my views. So I'll just say res is equals to postmodel, not like postmodel anymore, but request dot save. So I had like this save thing here. So I like this save method here, which was going to save for us the data. So save, and that's it. So when I listen to this, I need to like see how many things do I expect, or what should I expect from this. So when I actually call this save, I can say I can actually expect use already exist. Okay, so there's an error for this. Like status code for that. Should be having internet now. So there should be a status code for this. I'm not like really sure for the duplicate data, but I can expect this, or I can expect this. But you see, for user ID is an integer. Okay, for this it's not an integer, so I can actually look for that response and see how I'm actually catching. So I think I can actually come here. So I can say if res if is instance I don't know how to put this. If is instance int let me just get this probably. So there's this functionality, there's this method called is instance. That is like basically what I was checking here. I had previously used it in one of my previous calls, and this is just it. So how does it work? So it takes in two things. So for example, if I say I'm expecting the response to either be an integer or a string. Okay, so if I say if instance of res is an integer, if instance of res is an integer, meaning I'm getting a user ID. So in that case, I'm expecting a user ID. What type of response do I want to get? So I'll be like return response this. So I'll be like, okay, this is like my response now, because I'm getting a user ID. So the user has been created. Post. So I can actually return here post ID. Then I return here the rest. Okay, it's not like something and return this created. However, if else, I can actually have else. So if I have the else, just to message is not like message is like conflict. So my message should be conflict. Okay. Blog ID. So I don't have blog ID right now. Okay. So and I need to go back and check few stuff. So let me just come back here, and I need to go to check the status codes for conflict. So I'll just go to kenyatech.com. HTTP status code. So HTTP status code. Yeah, I need to come and check that. I'm just searching. Okay, this server is sometimes a bit down. Oh, nice, it's actually here. So I can actually search for this. So HTTP. So I need the one for conflict. For 9, okay. So for 9 means conflict. So if after getting that, I'll just be like, this is conflict. 49. Okay. So sometimes if you have like this, it might not like really make sense. So sometimes you might probably want to say user already exists. Am I talking of user really? So this should not like be the one for user. It should be the one for post models. So this should be like post. This one should be like the one for post. So be like post already exists, but the status code is conflict. Okay. Yeah, so it's like very important to understand these status codes. So this is what I'll have so far in my my models. For like I don't have this so far, so I'll just say pass. I've not like really done a lot of things here so far, so just really like pass. But I have actually done this, so I don't need like this. So for getting a single one, just the ID, and it's more or less nearly the same as this. So allow me just to copy paste this, or we can actually put it down here, so at least separate this. But in PostModel, I'm trying to get a single post. So if I go to my PostModel, get single post, and it requires what we call post IDs, right? So it requires what we call a post ID. So I'll go to my post views and say single post, and I'm calling the ID here. So I have to put in the ID here. So when I actually, so if not rest, so let me just come back and look at this very well. So here it's saying I can get a 404 error. Okay, so if it doesn't exist, I'll get a 404 error. But if it exists, I can actually, I'll definitely have some data. So meaning my response can be 404, or my response can be the data. Okay, so I can actually come and use something like this. So I'm saying if response. So I think I think this will like really work if I get like if instance is an integer as well. I can return 4. Depending on how you put some of these things, you're the person who needs to you need to have to own the code. Okay, so if response here is an integer, meaning I'm getting an error 4. Okay, 4. Not found. Yeah, so yet if it exists, message awk and post is equals to this. So like I'm successfully getting something, and now I can actually go ahead and delete this. Okay, so like that's simple. I need to go back to v1, change a few stuff. I'm no longer importing from views. I'm just importing it from post views. I'm importing it from post views. Yes, right. API v2. So I have to change this to visual v2, and this is no longer v1, so this is like v2 now. Then I'm like API v2. So URL prefix is API v2. The things just remain the same. Then the routes just remain the same, like this. So just need to change this to v2. I'm not like so much sure about the user, so I've not like really even imported this user thing because I'm not like really using it right now, but I'm gonna do that. So I'm so much interested in putting this into practice and seeing how it, whether it works or not. So from API v2 import this. So I think I can have this for the next one. So from API v2 import v2 as v2 and register v2. Yeah, so that's all I have for this, and I'm gonna try to run this application now and see whether it works. I'm not like so much sure whether it works or not because it's been like crazy hell. Like I've changed a lot of code, and you guys can actually tell me like if you do git status right now, you guys will like realize I've changed a lot of codes and this is like super crazy. There's a lot of untracked files, and you guys understand it's super crazy for that. So if I do Python, so let me just export Flask. App is equals to run.py, then run.py. So I can actually come and do Flask run now. Maybe it will like really work. Oh no, saying nothing called post views. Okay, like really getting error. Post views, there's nothing totally called post views. Oh no. Okay, so this is okay. Post views, so this is like post views. Yeah, like the things you definitely need to understand. So no module called psychopg2. In which file database config? Oh, whoa, jeez, I didn't install psychopg2. So pip install psychopg2 binary. Oh, but I think I did. Sometimes it's even like just psychopg2, but I understood this is like being deprecated. Wait, is it just psychopg? I'm not like so sure. I'm not like so sure about it. Okay, it's telling me like I have installed it, so let me just clear my terminal. Okay, so Flask run. Jeez. Oh no. Okay, this must be like some huge dynamic thing. Let me just confirm. The spelling should be These are like things that comes to haunt us sometimes, especially when you want to start. Oh, it seems the spelling was different. Okay. Yeah, I'm using the import OS. I'm using OS, like I'm not like really importing it. So import. Yeah. So this is like very much important as to when you are defining, when you're like naming, trying to run your app. So you have to be able to do these things. Oh shit. Unhashable type list. And where is this thing taking place now? Whoa. So these are like one of those things which is very much hard to detect, because if you look like this, you're like unhashable type list. And it's like becoming pretty much hard to figure out where this is happening. Okay. So I'm just trying to figure out what might be causing that. If you guys have seen, please leave it in the comment section. Okay, so post views line 4. Nice. Mm. um I might gonna have to post the video trying to sort some of these things, because I don't understand the error. Is it like it's gonna take me like forever to do, but I just don't understand this error. Which, as it seems, like I have like quite a bunch of errors here, and this, like, the last line here is not gonna enable me to sort this thing, as you guys can see. So it's gonna be a bit pretty much hard for me to be able to sort this, especially while in the tutorial. Yeah, like I'm gonna have to need a good time to sort some of these packages. So when I'm actually done with this, I'm gonna come back and show you guys how what was wrong. Yeah. So I've actually decided to bring you guys on, so that at least you guys see how I'm trying to sort this. At least you guys will learn a lot of things, especially solving some of your bugs. So the first thing I did to get rid of the initial error was I realized I had conflicting uh, data here, especially in my virtual environment. It took me like 30 seconds to realize that. So I just wanted to have this raw data here for my testing, then before I actually save them in the virtual environment. And I've actually done that. So when I try to run, it's saying base model is not defined. So the fact that base model is not defined, I'm just gonna go back to my post models, and you guys realize the reason why this is here. So from base model, yeah, I'm just gonna have to post this a bit. So like the base model is not here, so I'll just have to see, like, I actually use this, but I did not like really importing it here. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that, and base model, from base model import uh, base model. Nice. And I don't know, there's something I did copy. Okay. So I think this is like super important even for my user model. So the fact that I've like really copied it, let me just put it here. Yeah, is it called base model.py? Yes. So okay, I even spelled it wrong. Yeah, I spelled it wrong, guys. So let me do that again. Nice. Okay, so it's actually like running. It is something like encyclopedia 2. User warning, encyclopedia 2 will be renamed from release 2.0 to. Okay, so I, you know, like some few bunch of errors anyway. It should like be running now. So the best way I can actually go ahead and test this is go to test this in Postman. So wow, it's not like our errors are actually sorted. Our errors are not like sorted. So this is now, it means that it's registering the loop blueprints. It's now like working. So it doesn't mean like it has not yet checked whether our name is okay. So I'm gonna say API v1 API v1. Let's just check if v1 was working. So we're gonna go here and blog. So we're gonna try to post a blog. So blog and body. Okay. So we needed a title, and we needed a description there. And title was test paper 1. Lorem ipsum whatever the hell. So it's like, yeah, and I think that's all our Nini wanted. So if I send this internal server error, so if it means that even our version 1 is not like really working. So these are things that you guys now need to go ahead and learn how to sort. So I'm gonna append this in full window so that at least we see. Oh, okay, so it requires title, not title. So I think I did an error. So this was double T, the other side. So created. Okay, so I can actually get right. Nice. So let's see for version 2. So what did you need for version 2? Nice. So that was like for version 2. I think I need to change this, guys. I need to change this, guys. Title is not double T. Apologies for my spelling errors. I need to change this, guys, honestly. Yes, I need to change this. These things are like growing horns. Yeah, so but this guy I need like created by. So created by can this in this case needs to be an integer. So yeah. Let me just try to restart the server. So Control C plus _. So if I do this again, internal server error. What's up? Oh geez. So I'm already in version 2. Version 1. Okay, it means I'm actually okay. So it's like, so post version 2, which is there. I'm gonna try to do a little bit of stuff now, but then I need something more. So I need this person called created by, which is an integer. So let me just use id1. Pray. Internal server error. Nice. Echo pg2 is not defined. And where is this? Database.py. So echo pg2 is not defined. Whoa. Okay. This is serious. And the real deal lies here, guys. So I don't know what was wrong, so I just want to compare this. So yeah, I wrote pies. Oh no. Okay, guys, forgive me. This was a real mess. Wow. let me restart this server. Before I actually restart this server, I just want to export. Flask debug is equals to 1. Nice. So I can actually do flask run once and for all. So when I make changes, like going to work. Okay, so let me do this again. Internal server error again. Okay. Post title. Check exist. Nice. So if I go to my post model, I change this to my base model. I did not change this. What's up? I can't delete. What's up? I'm trying to press delete. Seems I can't. Check exist. Post models. So I need to go back to confirm if everything is fine. Flask run. Nice. Okay. Select star from posts where title is equals to test paper. What is the problem? Okay. Nice. So currently we don't have the relation yet. Which is okay to me. Okay. So I just initialized everything, but it's not like, so it means that this query is running first before the tables are actually created. Okay, let me just check. What was my nini? No? Oh shit. This should be post. Like the problem of copying stuff, copy pasting. So you miss a lot of things. Let me try to run this again. Okay, now this is when. So we are still just trying to figure out. So insert into post title description created by Cindy, right? But then what comes in? So when you go to our post model, we have title and description. So there's something we are not yet taking care of here. So we are not taking care of created by. So you're not like taking care of created by. And these are like some those common mistakes you guys will definitely encounter. I know it's like created now, so you guys can now understand. So it's like now it's successfully created. If you try to recreate it again, message post already exists, it's now like giving us a conflict. So we are now like so sure we are now creating this. I think that's one of those awesome things, the fact that you are able to run this thing and realize that your code is able to help you go through it and just realizing I'm coming back to terminal and seeing how to sort some of these few things. It's like an awesome thing. And guys, uh, maybe two or three more things before I actually check this out. So um, when we do this, so we can actually try to get, we can actually try to get so that we see the error, because I already saw there was an error. So if we get, like you can see it's telling you text for arguments, right? But like so far we are not giving it any. So sometimes I don't know whether this would like really help. So we are like getting posts, but then we're passing self, which makes it calls the other one, which we are not like really using right now. So sometimes by just deleting self means like it's an independent one or static method. So sometimes this should work. However, I don't know. I'm not like so sure. It's giving us an error. I think let me. Uh, so when you run this, you're getting some error here. Telling like this text in 4 arguments, but only one is given, which is still okay. It's like what we expect to see. Means PostModel. So the fact that we have, and these are like one of those common errors you guys will see. The fact that we have, we are calling PostModel, and PostModel has this constructor that takes in this 4 3. Ideally it's 3 because the self attribute is like common in all of them. The real thing that's causing this is the fact that you've not declared what these things are, what these arguments are actually are. So just say this, in case we don't provide, it should actually check this. So this will be equals to this. More or less like what we did in the previous thing for the user. Created by. So if we do this and save, we should actually be sorted right now. So if we send the data, yeah, nice. So we are actually able to get this. Yeah, nice. We're now like really able to get this. I'm not like so sure whether we are actually able to get one. Yes, we are able to get one, but if we provide a wrong one, we are also able to get not found error. So right now we have made our 3 endpoints working. It's pretty much simple as that. Guys, kindly subscribe to this. I'll be winding this post tomorrow with delete and update endpoints and come back to the user authentication and etc. So check out this tomorrow around midday. I'll be putting the get and post, delete and update for this as well. But so far we have done most of it and connected this to our user store, to our users views as well. Thank you guys, and please remember to subscribe this and like our channel. and leave a comment, guys. Comments and thumbs up, super important. Refer someone. Like, I need this channel to grow, to empower more lives. That's the reason why I actually started this. So please subscribe. Okay.